Hello everyone, my name is Emily Chamlin. I am a full-time sheep shearer and shepherd here in Carroll County, Maryland, and today I'm going to be demonstrating sheep shearing for you as a part of the online festival for Maryland Sheep and Wool. As always, we're sad that we can't be meeting in person, but I still wanted to be able to show you a little bit of my craft, so I hope you enjoy this video. What you're seeing right now is me shearing one of my own sheep of my own flock. This is a border Cheviot ewe, and we're just going through the main pattern. And the first thing you're going to notice, I'm going to shear 3 sheep for you in this video, and you're going to see me shear the sheep pretty much exact same positions for each and every sheep. And as an experienced shearer, the more you shear or the more you handle these animals, quickness of hand, not necessarily speed, is the most important part of, getting the animal done in a safe and efficient manner. And doing the same pattern over and over again allows your hand to sort of move by reflex. So that's a large part of having a skilled and competent shearer, because your hand just kind of knows where to go. But some of the most common questions we get during our shearing demos at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival is, does the sheep enjoy the process? While I'm shearing this white ewe, you did see her kind of twitch around there while I was stepping up the neck to shear around her face. And it's common for them to, if they feel like they can get away, they'll try to twitch around. But for the most part, if you keep them comfortable and you keep them from sitting on any sort of bone or hip, they will relax and they'll allow you to do it. And if you know what you're doing and you know where your hand knows where to go, they shear out quick and easy, and it's about 2 minutes of their life once a year. And that's the other question we get. How often do we do this? This is done once a year for the majority of sheep breeds. Now, there are a few fine wool, long wool, specialty breeds that need to be done twice a year, every 6 months, sometimes every 8 months for certain breeds, but that does tend to be breed specific. So most sheep are done once a year in the spring, and the spring shearing does tend to revolve around lambing. And these ewes, again, are my own sheep, and we were shearing them 1 month prior to them lambing, so they got sheared at the beginning of January this year. So now I'm shearing a black ewe. This is a black border Cheviot. Same pattern, stepping up the neck. It's always fun to, this is the hardest position to learn as a shearer, acquiring that sort of balance and working with the animal. But some other things that people want to know when we're at the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival is how much wool each of these animals is producing. The average fleece for this area is around 5 pounds. Some of the higher yielding breeds like Romneys and fine wools will produce upwards of 10 to 12 pounds, although that really is kind of an anomaly. Most of our breeds, if you average them all together, are only producing around 4 to 5 pounds. And after we're done shearing, the fleece goes through a process called skirting, where you lay it out on a table and you pick out the undesirable bits, or the bits that are not uniform to the majority of the fleece. Anything that might have manure or tags on it, big chunks of grease, any spots that may have been rubbed and are shorter than the bulk of the fleece, we will pull those out. And then from there, you can either proceed with combing the wool and sending it away you can send it away to a processor which will comb it so the fibers all go in the same direction, and then from there it is spun. Or if you do it by yourself, you have to wash it and then do the combing yourself and then hand spinning it into yarn. It's very time consuming, but as you all know, so many people enjoy the artistic side of all of this. And typically you will lose at least half of your poundage from the grease alone, the lanolin that is present in the wool. And another question we frequently get is in regards to shearing contests. I have been to many shearing contests here in the United States and abroad. And in a shearing contest, they are judging you. There's a 3-part score. 1 part is time. 1 part is judging you while you're shearing. So basically what you're seeing here would be judged, and anytime the animal kind of gets away from you, anytime the fleece is kind of disrupted, basically they're judging the fleece portion of your score. And then the other part of the score is once the sheep is shorn, it goes out into a pen, and there's a judge that will critique the appearance of the animal. So no skin cuts, no wool left on the animal. They don't want any ridges or tufted areas. And then you'll get a score there. And those 3 scores are combined for a final score. But it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of work. They say as a shearer, strong back, weak mind. But you really have to love the animal and want to do what's best for the animal. This needs to be done every year, or the wool will continue to grow. And it won't shed. They won't naturally shed unless they're sick. And without doing this every year, the animal can, get down and not be able to stand back up. So the most important thing to keep in mind is this is a humane and necessary procedure that needs to be done.
So I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in and watching me shear my sheep today. If you have any questions or comments, we will be monitoring this video throughout the online festival. And you are more than welcome to post questions below, and we will keep up with them and try to get back to you. But we hope you enjoy this year's online festival, get some good wool goods, and hopefully we will see you in person next year at the Howard County Fairgrounds for live and in person.